Hi. Hello. Howdy. Welcome back to Free Me from My Torment. Will you free me from my torment? Level 9. And I have Pixie and Sandman. Those are the two personas we needed. Pixie was very easy to get. Sandman, not so much. He only showed up once out of however many fights I did, and I was very lucky I got him because I was starting to prepare myself to have to burn money in the Persona Compendium to fuse him. So, we have that under control. Unfortunately, because this game hates me, I did have to use some of my SP recovering soul drop items. They only recover 10 SP per character. I used 3 of them out of the 6 that we start with. Because Yosuke was running low on SP, and I could... At this point, it's like, I might as well be at the same SP level, because I would feel safest doing that. To be honest, I should probably use a Peach Seed on me. Yeah, Peach Seeds aren't extremely useful. I want to be at a decent HP for this. This fight isn't hard. Oh my god, spoilers, I said there's a fight. But I also don't want to redo, like, that hour's worth of grinding. The grinding simultaneously was quicker than I expected, but also, like, I don't want to do it again. It also helps that, like, sometimes I could just get bad luck and I could run into, like, enemies that were, like, oh, suddenly, this small shadow that looks really small, uh-oh, it had 3 enemies instead of the 1 that it usually should. I'm gonna complain about dungeon crawling in this game later. I'm gonna go into more depth on it later, but yeah. So I have this stuff to sell. I really thought I had more idea paper, considering I ran into those fucking fish so many more times. Let me put it this way. Every idea paper I have is 3 SP. Actually, is it 4 SP to use Guru? How much is Guru? Guru is 4 SP. Every idea paper I had, so I had 10 idea papers, that was 40 SP's worth of items I got. And I could have sworn I fought more than that. So let's say 44. 44 SP just from grinding. And I didn't try to escape from them, but had I done that, I'm not 100% positive I'd have been able to escape every time. Granted, I usually started with the advantage, but whatever. Getting the advantage in this game is also kind of a bitch if you saw last segment. I'll go into more detail for that later. For now, I've been recording this for a while. I want to stop. I have things to do tonight. So let's start the cutscene. There she is. Chie-chan's in there. Open the door, of course. Oh, golly. I'm really hoping I don't make an asshole out of myself with this fight. I'll feel really dumb if I lose.
Chie, are you alright? Chie?
She said that red looks good on me.
Yukiko-san?
I hated my name. Yukiko. Snow. Snow is cold and it melts quickly. It's transient. Worthless. But it's perfect for me. Apart from inheriting the inn, I'm worthless. Still, Chie told me that red looks good on me.
Are these Yukiko-san's inner thoughts? I remember hearing Saki-senpai's too.
So, I guess we're gonna have to tackle the elephant in the room. There's some subtext between Chie and Yukiko implying that there could be something romantic. This game never addresses it. Ever. So, unfortunately, you have to just headcanon what you want, if you want that.
Yeah, this castle is probably here because of this Yukiko person.
Yukiko. Chie was the only one who gave my life meaning. She's bright and strong, and she can do anything. She has everything that I don't.
Again, this could be platonic, but look at me in the face and tell me that this is platonic. Like, she's like 2 steps away from saying I would kiss her if we were both drunk.
Compared to Chie, Chie protects me. She looks after my worthless life.
She protects me just like a girlfriend.
And I don't deserve any of it. Chie is so kind.
Yukiko, Chie is so kind, huh? What a joke.
And here we go.
What?
Oh man, is that?
So at this point, we should be telling Chie, you need to accept whoever that is, whatever they say, it's you. We need to be giving her a rundown of what happened to Yosuke and what will happen. But unfortunately, because we're stupid, we're not doing that.
It's just like Yosuke. She lost control of her suppressed self. Now it's a shadow.
Are we talking about that, Yukiko? She says I'm protecting her. She says she's worthless. That's how it should be, right?
So I've never really understood Shadow Chie. Out of all the Shadow whatevers in the game, I think Shadow Chie is the one I've understood the least and probably gotten the least from. I think this is a combination between not really seeing Chie and Yukiko's interactions in enough depth to really go into this like cross-sectional analysis of who's benefiting more from the relationship, along with just the fact that it feels like I've never seen them actually have any type of like problems. I don't know, like this all feels very manufactured is what I'm saying. Like if like Chie, you know, actually let me stop myself here. Let's go on before I go on.
What are you saying? Yukiko's so good looking, so fair-skinned, so feminine. She's the one all the guys drool over.
So again, with regards to lesbianism, yes, I'm using that term unironically. I think there's definitely an argument to be made here that this line in particular could definitely be addressing compulsive femininity / compulsive heterosexuality. Honestly, even compulsive cisnormativity, I think this is the word. Honestly, like I think you could really address that with these lines, because Chie is speaking out about how she's jealous, in quotation marks, of how good-looking and feminine and traditionally, you know, attractive her friend is. You know, while she's the tomboy who doesn't necessarily have those feminine traits nor express femininity in the same way. So there's definitely something to be said on that respect.
When Yukiko looked at me with such jealousy, man, did I get a charge out of that.
Yeah, I don't see it. I really don't. I don't know. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying it needs more demonstration. Like, Yosuke being a sex pest to Saki-senpai, I saw that. You know? Yosuke being like, man, this place sucks. I hate it here. I saw that. I don't like Yosuke's shadow, but at least I kind of got an idea of that beforehand. This just kind of came out of left field for me. And it still does every time. I try to look for it. Like, I try to look for these moments beforehand, knowing it's coming, and I never see them. If anything, she is kind of like just a really good friend of Yukiko, and it never feels like there's this like power dynamic there. The worst you could say is that maybe she is a little bit like, I don't know, like she kind of puts Yukiko out there a bit more than she would normally, but that kind of strikes me as just a friend getting her out of her comfort zone, because Yukiko is so withdrawn and reserved to a fault. To the point where she like shuts out so many people in her life except Chie, which we can get to at another point, because her having only the strongest bond with her female best friend might imply other things as well, but whatever.
Yukiko knows the score. She can't do anything if I'm not around. I'm better than her. Much, much better.
Again, I just don't get it. Like, not as in like I don't understand, as in I'm not receiving what this game is trying to communicate.
No, I have never thought that.
What are we gonna do?
What the fuck do you think we do? We need to protect Chie, fucker.
We need to protect Chie-chan right now.
No, don't come near me. Don't look at me.
We should have warned her about this in advance. We should have warned her about this before the fucking room was entered. She already knew about Shadow Yosuke. Did we not give her an adequate rundown then? What is the logistics behind this even happening? I could understand if Chie had never been in this situation, or like been informed of this type of situation, but she should know because we should have told her. It's kind of frustrating. Like, she actively was told the story about Shadow Yosuke. And I mean, maybe it's because we don't fully grasp everything, but we should have told her the part where the shadow got super duper powerful when he denied its existence and validity. But whatever. Dumb video game, dumb whatever.
Chie, calm down.
No! No! This isn't me!
Wait, stupid! Don't say anything else like that.
That's right. I'm the one who can't do anything alone. I can't win as a girl, let alone as a person. I'm pathetic.
So, there's a lot to be said about how she separates girl and personhood, as though being a girl isn't her default state of personhood. It's also interesting how she conflates winning as a gender performance. Like, okay, to be a girl, you have to win rather than self-express, which has no competitive nature to it. So, again, we could read a lot into that. But this game doesn't... The wording is very... On the one hand, the wording feels intentional, but then the game never does anything with it, so it almost feels like coincidental, you know? I can't win as a girl. Okay, gender's a performance to you. So, you're feeling as though your performance is inadequate, even though it's most sincere to you. Let's delve into that. But chie isn't even the gender I almost called her a Pokemon. Chie isn't even the gender persona character in this game. And yet she still has, like, gender issues that the game never wants to delve into. And then just feeling pathetic as a person, that comes along with potentially gender dysphoria, or just sexuality dysphoria, confusion. You know, maybe Chie does have some attraction to Yukiko, and she denies it and represses it, and it expresses itself as this inferiority complex, and she doesn't express or explore that enough. And maybe that's what's happening here. And again, game never goes over it. So, I think generally speaking, you're starting to see the problems that I have with how this is very tell, don't show, and the telling isn't even good. Like, I don't feel as though this is doing a good job. In a perfect world, I would say that this is the type of thing we should be seeing 3/4 into the game. Or like, okay, imagine if you met Yukari and you immediately got every single piece of like backstory and character information rather than it being slowly drip fed to you to make the game like steadily more interesting. Like, okay, Yukari doesn't trust Mitsuru. Why doesn't she trust Mitsuru? We'll find out later. Oh, she doesn't trust Mitsuru because her dad was involved with the Kirijo Foundation and her dad is missing, in quotation marks, although she suspects... Well, I think she actually knows her dad's dead, actually. Never mind. But, you know, like, her dad was involved with the Kirijo Foundation. Her dad died, and, you know, Mitsuru probably knows more about it, so she doesn't trust her. Okay, what does Mitsuru know? No. Well, okay, Mitsuru knows this, but is it true? Okay, so then Yukari finds out on her own. It's like, you can't just, like, have that all in one scene. Because that's not how characters work. That's not how people work. So having this Chie moment where she's introduced basically, and then 20 minutes, okay, maybe not 20 minutes later, this game's been very slow. Hypothetically speaking, let's say, you know, it's been 2 to 3 hours after her introduction, we're immediately getting dumped with characterization for someone we still only know on a surface level. It just doesn't really work for me. Like, I just... if I had gotten to know her and I could observe these things on my own, then see how she grapples with them on her own terms, that would be stupendous. So much better. Better writing. Better everything. But it just comes off as tell, don't show. Until we reach that point, we're getting this.
But Yukiko, she depends on me. That's why she's my friend. I'll never loosen my grip on her. She's too important to me.
No, that is not how I think of her.
And to be honest, based on what I've seen of the game, I almost believe you. If I didn't know that the Shadow was objectively telling the truth, like 100%, I would say that there's something going on here, but because nothing in the game has indicated this. And I don't even necessarily think you have to 100% show everything that these shadows talk about, but it doesn't ring true when you have this type of revelation in a character I've barely gotten to know. So...
So you're just gonna turn your back and deny me again? But things are different now. When the time comes, I'll be the one left standing. won't mind, right? I'm still you.
Shut up! You're
Chie, no!
not me!
And here we go. And again, why did we not have a conversation with her, giving even just a very basic rundown of if you see someone who looks like you, be extremely careful? I don't know, because the game demanded us to be very stupid. All right.
Chie! It's coming! You have to use your powers to save Chie-chan!
Well, that's what I've been trying to do. Alright, so Shadow Chie is another semi-tutorial boss. This one you can actually die to, I think. I think you could die to Shadow Yosuke, but you kind of have to be actively not trying to win to do that. Here you can die. Biggest thing to... Well,
I am a shadow, the true self.
let me have her talk first.
What do you guys think you're doing? Trying to defend the real me? Then you're gonna pay the price!
Shut up! Quit being such a pain! Chie, just hang in there a little longer.
Ha! Think you can stop me that easy?
So one thing to consider with Chie is, like Shadow Yosuke, she has a weakness. And as we all know, bananas are weak to Guru. So we can actually exploit that, where we can hit her with Guru and then Yosuke can hit her with Guru. And that's exactly what I want to do. So that is why I wanted to have SP on both me and Yosuke. Other things to consider is that she can do some scary stuff in this fight. Fortunately, I don't think it should be an issue. I forgot to change personas. We're going to be using Sandman because Sandman has Guru, and 6 endurance is pretty good for this point of the game. And I want that just in case she attacks me directly, so...
Sandman!
Yep. Here we go. 106 damage is nothing to sneeze
Let's
at.
go, good answer!
And unfortunately, this game changed how knockdowns work, so there's no real advantage to not all-out attacking when you get the chance. You can make an opponent dizzy, but for bosses, it doesn't really work, I think. All I know is that, like, I very rarely, if ever, wanted to not all-out attack. And the only times I wanted to not all-out attack were when I was fighting the enemies that, like, take no damage from all-out attacks, which, for whatever reason, are a thing in this game. Anyways, I think we're doing fine so far. We're at level 9 and 8 respectively, so we're very overpowered. Honestly, I kind of feel like I didn't even need to use the extra soul drops, but she can do scary stuff, and I wanted to be on the safe side. Like, look at this. One more turn and she's dead.
How lame! You're all so deadly serious, and we've only gotten started.
Okay, here we go. Green Wall is going to make it so she can't get knocked down by wind attacks. There's a wall for all 4 of the main elements in this game. So Red Wall is Agi, Green Wall is Guru, White Wall is Bufu, I believe, and Blue Wall is Zio. I always mix the two up, but I think that's how it is. Either way, they're good to know. The game always tells you whenever the wall is being used, what element's being resisted. So now here, I want to switch back to Izanagi, just because Izanagi has the best general stats of all my personas, and I mean, I kind of have nothing better to do at this point. I kind of want to use Rakunda, just to justify using this SP, and it's also that Rakunda would just be really nice to use at this point. And then I could use Bash. Ah, fuck it, let's use Bash. I mean, it's only 9 HP to use. Yeah. Alright. Let's use Cleave. I'm feeling dangerous. Fuck off, actually. Okay. Worst case scenario, I can always heal with, I can heal with either of them, to be honest, but I don't really want to. Okay, here's the scary move. So, she is gazing at Yosuke. You have to guard with Yosuke, or else she'll do an attack against him. It doesn't immediately kill, if I recall correctly, but I think it will do a scary amount of damage, and if Yosuke dies in this fight, you are up shit creek. Obviously, you can use the Revival B, but you don't want to if you don't have to. So, we're guarding. Yep, Mazio. It doesn't immediately kill him, but it gives her an extra turn, and then she can do something against him. I think she has, like, Cruel Attack or something, I want to say? I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I kind of want to get Izanagi more experience. So I think I'll just use Cleave, and then I'll let the Guru from Yosuke finish her off.
Counting on you.
Well, the all-out attack after this Guru, I think. Because, yeah, that should be a kill.
All right.
So I guess I didn't need to use... all the soul drops I had, but whatever. Again, I just wanted to cover my bases on the off chance I fuck this fight up. I really don't want to have to grind again, so... Yeah, there we go. All that money is extremely nice right now. I didn't show it, I think. Like, I didn't draw attention to it. But right now we have 10,000 yen. So adding 3,000 yen to that is 13,000. And that's not even including all the stuff we have to sell. So I'm really happy with that right now. In theory, I could have grinded for longer for more money. But I still haven't saved since the beginning of last segment. So you can understand my reluctance to do that.
Another level for me.
Another good thing worth pointing out now before the cutscene that plays after this. We're not going to be back in Yukiko's castle for quite a while. I would estimate probably 2 or 3 segments. So we're going to be doing a lot of social linking. So, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that money's probably going to last us a long time. Anyways, that's the fight. I wonder what happens now.
Chie, are you okay?
What happened?
What's the matter? Got nothing to say anymore?
Stop it, Chie. It's all right.
But
We all have different faces. I want to say we understand. Fuck it.
huh?
He's right. I went through the same thing. So I can understand. I mean, everyone has a side like this.
Yeah, I kinda get it now. You are me. A side of me I couldn't forgive, that I tried to ignore. But you still exist. You're a part of me.
Honestly, even if Chie does end up exploring her gender and remains cis, I think it's kind of a shame that they don't even address her grappling with her own issues with femininity. It really does feel like a lost opportunity, especially in a game that was so vocally trying to tackle these types of issues. And even worse is that it tackles it with a later character and does so in such an extremely clumsy way. It's kind of embarrassing. Whatever. The strength of heart required to manifest oneself has been made manifest. Something about that sentence feels off, and I don't know what. And Chie gets a very fucking cool persona. Chie has faced her other self. She has obtained the facade used to overcome life's hardships. The persona Tomoe. Because she's Tomoe. Oh man, what a joke that was.
Well, it's true that part of me feels that way. But I wasn't lying about being friends with Yukiko.
Like we didn't know that already. Hey, Chie!
I'm okay. Just a little tired.
You don't look okay at all. And I bet you can use the same power we have now.
Huh?
Hey, what should we do?
Let's go back, obviously. I want to save.
I agree. We need to let Chie rest.
I never said I needed a break. I can still keep going.
Bitch, I need a break.
Don't overdo it. It's not that we don't think you can. It's just, we have to save Yukiko-san no matter what. Now that you have the power, you can fight with us. It'd be much better for us all if you had your strength back. That's why we're saying we should go back and regroup.
But Yukiko's still in here, isn't she? If those were Yukiko's true feelings, then I have to tell her something. I'm not as strong as she thinks. It's because she was with me. Because we were always together, I was able to act that way. If we weren't, I'd...
So, fun fact, I want to play a game. Imagine that Chie was a boy. Imagine if a boy said these things about a girl. Wouldn't the lion's share of people playing the game interpret that as romantic and assume that this is Chie's confession of love or something along those lines? I think many people would not interpret that as platonic, and heteronormativity has made people see this as just, oh, they're gal pals. Including the game. Whatever. Maybe it's just me.
Well, you need to get your strength back. Then you can tell her.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me of like fucking Final Fantasy 13, Snow and Sarah. Although, well, Snow is kind of a dipshit. I mean, Chie is kind of a dipshit too, but in a much different way.
Yuki-chan's normal. The shadows don't attack normal people.
Right.
They only attack when the fog lifts here.
So Yukiko-san will be safe until then, right?
Define safe.
I'm positive.
How is she gonna like survive off of nothing? She doesn't have food or water. Does she even have like a safe and like comfortable place to sleep? Whatever, video game.
Why? I don't get it.
Teddy told us that the weather here is the opposite of our own world. When it fogs over in our world, that's the day it lifts here. And that's when the shadows attack their victim. So even if we leave for a while, Yukiko-san won't be in danger until the fog starts to cover Inaba.
Again, how would she survive until then, but whatever.
I'm sure of it. It was the same way for that announcer and Senpai. Don't you remember how it was foggy in town on the days they died?
You mean they were killed by their other selves?
The fog usually appears after it rains. But it's been sunny lately. I don't think it's going to rain anytime soon.
Honestly, I think the best argument you could make in defense of that is that somehow this world operates sort of like how the Dark Hour does in Persona 3, and that time kind of like occupies its own little weird fucked up vector, and therefore an hour here is only however long in the real world, or vice versa. Because, you know, when you think back to like the full moon event with Fuka, and how she was stuck in the school for like what, 20 days? Okay, not 20 days, but like I think it was 12 days? Something like that. Oh, 10 to 12 days. And then you're like, oh, there's no way she would have survived without food or water. And then it's like, well, actually, in the Dark Hour, it would have been only 10 to 12 hours. So she's potentially still alive. That might be what's happening here. The game's never clear enough about it. And while I usually don't mind and prefer when games are, like, vague about how their supernatural / magical stuff works, I would prefer a little smidge of, like, a little morsel of explanation here.
Don't worry so much. We'll check the weather forecast first thing when we get back.
Yeah, fuck off, Yosuke.
But I can't turn back now. We've come so far.
Actually, if you leave a dungeon and then go back to enter it, you can start from your highest floor. So yeah. Anyways, before I forget, the items in a dungeon don't respawn, so unfortunately, I wasn't able to get many items from that dungeon crawling, because the floors don't change between your traversals, unlike in Persona 3. It's like it's punishing you for trying to explore.
Yukiko's still here. She's all alone. She must be so scared.
Then you tell me how much further we gotta go to reach Yukiko-san.
That's...
You don't know what's up ahead. The enemies might be even stronger. If we push ourselves too hard and get wiped out, who will save Yukiko-san then? We can't fail no matter what. Am I wrong?
all right. I'm sorry about before. I shouldn't have rushed in like that by myself.
Actually, we should have given you an adequate explanation of things, so it's mostly our fault.
Right.
So now, the day from hell is over, and I should be able to save soon. But first, we have another cutscene, because we need them.
I'm feeling even worse than the last time I came in here. My head feels like it's gonna split open. Are you guys okay?
It's thanks to these glasses. She has vision problems. Holy fuck, I just noticed how far apart her eyes are. And also how low her nose is. Chie, what's wrong with your fucking face?
That's right, you're not wearing the glasses.
Oh yeah.
I literally...
What's with those glasses?
I
Did your eyesight
cannot
go
unsee
bad?
that. Holy shit. Has Chie always looked like this and I just never noticed?
Man, you didn't notice until now? How panicked were you?
Dum-de-dum! I got a pair ready for Chie-chan, too. Here you go.
Whoa. What the... Well, this is awesome. It's like the fog doesn't exist.
How are your glasses staying on your face when your nose is like 3 inches below where the bridge... Oh my god, I really can't unsee this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry, this is actually giving me like a complex.
Why didn't you whip those out earlier if you had them?
What a great question that I was trying my best to avoid asking because I didn't want to be an asshole.
I made them right now. You didn't tell me she was coming. It was all so sudden. Sudden.
How did you make them?
Huh. So that's the trick. I was wondering how you guys could see where you were going.
I guess we'll
is
never
it
know.
alright if I keep this?
Faux show.
We'll have to stop here today, but I'll be back with these puppies. You guys better not come here without me. Got it?
Wouldn't dream of it.
Yeah, let's all promise each other. Nobody goes in alone. It's way too dangerous. If we don't work together, we won't be able to solve this case or save Yukiko-san, right?
I guess I could disagree to be a cunt. Let's do it.
We came back here so that I can help you guys. There's no telling what might happen, so we should stick together for sure.
That didn't give me interesting dialogue,
Alright.
I fear.
So from tomorrow on, we'll try and come here as much as we can after school. And that includes days off. Hey, would you mind being our leader? You were the first to get this power, and you're way better in a fight than either of us.
I'm glad you
It's
noticed,
best for all
bitch.
of us if you set the pace of the investigation and we follow your lead. I'm cool playing second banana.
Are you, though? No, fuck you.
Well, I'm not just trying to pass the buck here. I'm serious. I genuinely think you should lead us. Because, I mean, I'm more the advisor type, you know? An ideas man, not an executive.
Sure.
I'm with Yosuke. If you're the one calling the shots, I'd feel a lot more comfortable about this.
Because I don't trust Yosuke. Is the
I'm with
subtext.
Yosuke, too. If you're the one calling the shots, my pillow will be a lot more comfortable at night.
Teddy, would you please stop talking? I'm really on edge right now.
Jeez. You become unanimously appointed team leader. Your days of pursuing this case alongside your friends have begun. Oh my god, a new social link. Hooray. Her fucking ray. And of course, it's just like the old situation where it's a full arcana, so it's gonna rank up throughout the story. You've established the investigation team social link of the Fool Arcana. You may earn an yeah.
Okay. Let's get some rest for today so we're ready for tomorrow on. And don't forget to check the weather forecast. It gets foggy after a lot of rain, so let's keep an eye out. Also, let's make sure we gear up for next time.
After a period of rain, the town may be enveloped by fog. Be aware of the weather when exploring. In addition, you can only explore on weekdays after school or during daytime on holidays. Why? Because fuck you. You decide to return to Junes and go back home. Can I finally fucking save? My god. No, life is just not that simple or clean. The three of you are having dinner. The news is on TV.
That's all for world news tonight. Coming up next, the local news.
Dojima is quiet with a stern expression on his face.
Hey, mind if I ask something? You aren't getting involved with any strange business, are you?
Actually, I am. I've discovered this whole new world and new abilities. Here, let me show you.
What happened at the station this afternoon? It's still bothering me. Is there anything you're not telling me?
Yes, quite a bit, in fact. I know a lot of things. I can't tell you.
Is something bothering you? Believe me, I do feel bad that I've been too caught up with work for us to have time to talk.
Oh, what's wrong? Are you fighting?
No, we're not having a fight.
This isn't the police station.
Oh.
I agreed to look after you. So don't get yourself involved in anything that could get you into trouble. Got that?
And now, our weather
Anyways.
forecast. Due to high-pressure fronts from the west, that sunny spring-like weather will stay with us for a while longer.
Is this lady the one who decides the weather? Because when she says it'll be sunny, it always is.
She's not really deciding it. Never mind.
The news continues, heedless of the heavy atmosphere. Yukiko's still on the TV, by the way. Alright, fucking finally. Oh my god, this took so fucking long. It took way longer than I was liking it to, but whatever. Finally got the big grinding session out of the way, so now I have smooth sailing from here on out, because this is potentially the hardest part of the entire run. So maybe this won't be as bad as the Persona 3 run. Either way, I'm not going to see you guys for probably a while, because I'm not going to be touching this game for the next couple weeks, so this will be kind of an awkward edit, but whatever. Alright, so it has now been several weeks since I finished recording that last part. World War III has started, and the fight for survival grows with every passing hour. And we're finally going to be able to play the game again. I only have 20 minutes to fill, so I don't know how much I'm actually going to get done. Because getting shit done in this game takes a while. Anyways, we have nothing we can do tonight, so we're going to go to sleep. You feel exhausted from everything that happened today. Rest in your room. Why is it doing that? Oh my god, that's driving me a little insane. My 3DS has been doing that too, but it does it a lot more frequently with the circle pad. Do I just have like the anti-Midas touch, where everything I touch turns to shit? Like, whatever.
I wonder how Chie is doing. Too much stuff happened yesterday. I hope she's back to her usual self.
Oh, you know, she just confronted this horrible side of herself that may not even be real. Okay, I'll stop saying it may not be real, but I stand by my character assessment that I don't see the shit that they were saying, but whatever.
Oh, morning.
Did you sleep well?
Oh, yep. I was out cold until this morning. Thanks for everything yesterday.
No problem, we just saved your life, that's all.
It's kinda embarrassing, you know? You two were right there to see my hidden feelings and all.
Yeah.
Don't sweat it.
The same thing happened to Yosuke, right?
Yeah, and it was way more embarrassing and, like, humiliating, to be honest. So you're fine, Chie.
So, what was it like?
Did we really not tell her? I thought we explained that he had to face his shadow earlier, like before. Fuck it, whatever.
Huh? How should I put this?
Giant loser.
Oh, I nearly forgot. None of that happened when yours awakened, huh?
Yeah.
Could that be because you've got nothing to hide?
No.
Oh, so nothing happened for you? Well, I gotta agree that you seem like a pretty open guy. There's a funny air about you.
What?
I don't know. I guess that's what draws people to you, or something like that.
What? I forgot how awkward this dialogue is. Like, they're really drawing attention to it in a very non-subtle way. I guess I never noticed it when I played it the first time, because, like, obviously I didn't know what was going on, but, this is a bear pun, so it's automatically disqualified. I think this is gonna say, like, oh, you need more courage. Yeah, you don't have enough courage to actually say that.
No, I guess that's what...
Shut up, I know. Was that a compliment?
Yep, it's a compliment.
Is that the first time we've actually run into, you need a certain amount of this stat to say that? I think it is, because, yeah, that must be, because I don't remember running into it earlier. Yeah, this game also has choices like that, where you have to have a certain amount of certain stat to say certain options. It's kind of a neat little reward, I guess, if you've been min-maxing. It's cool in theory, it's just in execution, it ends up being a little bit, like, I don't know, like, lame. I don't know. I don't want to be too hard on this game when I don't need to be, because there's plenty of shit I can be hard on, but, you know, it's better than nothing, but it's also one of those things where, like, they could have probably found a better way to do it. Maybe, like, you still say it, but it sounds less convincing. I don't know, like a speech failure in a Fallout game. Whatever.
If you say so.
Anyways, what's most important right now is to rescue Yukiko. I'm dead set on coming. Remember, you promised.
I'm not over her nose being so fucking, like, far away from her eyes.
I still haven't gone to the bathroom.
Because, like, Yosuke's, like, look at Yosuke's face. His nose is, like, right where it should be. And it's like there's a bridge. So, like, if you were to wear glasses, it looks normal. But then if you, like, look at Chie, like, look at Chie's face.
Hey,
There's no bridge. There's barely a nose as it is. Like, why were they so afraid of giving her a nose? My God, it's like, were they afraid they were gonna go too far and, like, make it a Wario nose? Like, what's going on here?
Thanks for saving me.
You're welcome, girl.
Yosuke's cool and all, but
No, he's not. Don't lie.
there really is something different about you. I feel like you won't let me down.
Thanks, I think. We barely know each other. You sense Chie's gratitude to you. You feel a faint bond forming between you and Chie. Oh my God, she's the Death Arcana, because she's gonna kill us. Just kidding. Just kidding. You believed. Oh my God, the viewer, you individually right now, specifically you, believed me. Anyways, Chariot Arcana. So yeah, same deal with Yosuke. She now is going to be able to take a life-killing attack. I don't know why I said life-killing. That's an awkward way to phrase it. Yeah, determination, so it's the same deal. We can increase her abilities, although she's going to be available less often than Yosuke until we rescue Yukiko, because she's going to spend the whole day being really fucking upset about not rescuing Yukiko. So, you haven't yet asked Chie for her contact information. Ask her straight out. Unfortunately, you're too much of a gigantic pussy to be honest. Say it's for the investigation.
Oh, right. You'll need this from now on, huh?
Of course. You exchange cell numbers with Chie.
We have have to be careful of the fog that sets in after the rain, right? Let's save her before that happens.
After the rain continues for a while, it may become foggy. You must train yourself as much as possible until then. You should go to the Junes food court on days that you would want to explore the other world. Help. After a prolonged period of rain, it may become foggy in town. It will. Why would you say may? It will. If you don't rescue someone who's disappeared before the day it fogs over, the game will end. Keep an eye on the weather report while improving your personas and equipment to be prepared for a rescue attempt. Cool. So it's kind of like you know how like in Persona 5 you had like X amount of days until Kamoshida ruins your life type things. You know, if you played Persona 5, which you have because you're watching this video in 2023, then it's basically like that. You have a deadline. Mr. Kondo says hello and good afternoon, all. My name is Mr. Kondo, your PE teacher. Why am I teaching you, though? Anyways, but since no one at the school teaches English, I'll be doubling up my roles. Oh, that's why. I forgot about that. Don't be so disappointed. In fact, I spent some time overseas. 1 week of vacation time, to be exact, but that's more than enough to teach a class. Ha ha ha. We'll start with the basic of the basics. Definite articles versus indefinite articles. A definite article is used before a singular or plural noun that refers to a particular member of the group. In any other instance, use an indefinite article. You got that? No, because you did. Okay, I know it like personally from learning it in class, like as a person, but as just based on that little shitty explanation, no, I don't. I'll pick someone at random. Avery, this is a definite giveaway. Which of the following is a definite article? A, and, the. It's got to be one of the A or the ands, because, I mean, they're both the same, but one of them has an N and one doesn't, so you just okay, it's the. You get the answer you think is correct. Good job, you're correct. Native speakers distinguish between the two unceremoniously, unconsciously. I guess unceremoniously too, whatever. But you guys aren't them, so study hard, okay? Now, repeat after me. The is a definite article. A is an indefinite. Oh my god. You really are just giving it your all, huh? I can't hear you. Don't be shy. Let's practice it along. Fuck it. You gave the correct answer. Your knowledge has increased. Hooray. So now, the guide says that we're going to be doing something really interesting with our time. We're going to be studying. I don't know why studying, honestly, but whatever. The fog will come after several days of rain. You must prepare to take action. Help. Starting today, you may now spend your time after school however you wish. There wasn't a now there. I added a now. You may visit the facilities in town and school or at school. However, remember to enter the TV before the fog sets in and rescue the missing victim. Victim? You're not saying Yukiko. That implies there'll be another one. You may enter the TV from the food court in Junes. Got it. I mean, I get it. Make sure you purchase equipment and prepare yourself before entering. Finally, you may blah, 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 whatever. Alright, well, instead of going to study immediately, I want to go into town. I would very much like at this point to sell some of the shit that I got from the grinding session. I also want to go to the Velvet Room real quickly. Let me do that first, actually, just so that way I can register all my personas. I mean, I would have to go back to the Velvet Room to lose them, but I just figured I might as well do it now. I mean, for the fuck of it, really. Welcome to the Velvet Room. Oh my god, I have to do that. I guess this is a good excuse to get this out of the way, too. Well then, should I tell you about how I can offer my sister? I'm sorry, we know. You watched the Persona 3 Let's Play. You played Persona 5, you know. Allow me to explain. We know. I'm sorry. I usually like to read the shit, but we know. Okay. There, we registered Izanagi. Hooray. And automatically registered everything else. Hooray. So we're at 3%. Wow. We're the top 3%. Is there anything oh my god, shut up. Okay, Fusion Forecast is actually new. I probably should have let him talk about that, but Fusion Forecast. So now, here, I'll read this. Thank you for asking about the Fusion Forecast. A persona born through fusion can be granted various abilities depending on the day the fusion is performed. The results and conditions vary day by day and can be seen in the Fusion Forecast. There may also be unexpected results, so I advise you to please remember to check your fusions before you commit. This is today's fusion forecast, 418. Cool, so we can get bonus stats if we fuse something today. That's awesome. And then we can use a persona of the Magician Arcana in fusion and get Zio added. Well, I'm glad I checked. I kind of forgot fusion forecast was a thing. And that would actually be kind of helpful. So if I fuse out Izanagi into something, what does that look like? I would actually really like Ouroboros, to be honest. Ouroboros would probably be pretty good right now. Oh yeah, it has Agi. Oh, it has Agi and Deikuja. And I can get a small bonus. But the bigger problem is now that... Okay, if I make Ouroboros, I can't... Oh, I can get Zio. Okay, then never mind. I was gonna say I couldn't get Zio on it, but now I can. I guess another problem that I would run into with Ouroboros is... I really want something with Agi, though. But, another problem I'd run into is that I'm going to be ranking up Yosuke. So I actually kind of want to delay this. Yeah, I want to wait until I'm about to go into Yukiko's castle before I fuse Ouroboros. Because I'm going to get... I want to say I get Yosuke to like rank 3 or 4 before we do Yukiko's castle, so... I'm not going to do that for now. What about Pixie? Can Pixie make anything? Pixie can make Ku Sith, which is a... If I recall correctly, the guide says I do want Ku Sith for the upcoming time, so... Slime I need for Chie, Strength I need for the next social link we unlock. Sylph. I kind of forgot Sylph was a persona. And then Vornius, Alright, okay, so I'll make Ouroboros when we are about to go into Yukiko's castle. Unfortunately, I will have to miss out on the bonus stats from Fusion Forecast, but it's whatever. Maybe the second that I'm done with Yosuke's like rank ups between now and Yukiko's castle, like once I get him to the last rank up, then I can check Fusion Forecast, but whatever. At Daidara, you can sell your materials capitalized, to create weapons and armor. Materials are useless while they're sitting in your inventory, so there's no reason to not sell them to Daidara. So there's no reason not to sell them, to Daidara. Okay. Have you come to look at my art? Please look around. Take your time. So here we go. How much money are we getting? A little bit less than I was expecting, to be totally frank, but whatever. Oh, that's a big incisor. Yeah, so here's what happens. Every time... Unfortunately, it does it individually, so now it's like, oh, you did that? Oh my god, holy shit. So, Vigor Fob. Wow, I don't care. Idea paper. Hooray. Unfortunately, this is not layer cake, so this track is going to get a little bit... Not grating, just... It's not going to be as interesting. Plum Pupper... Can I get, like... Oh my god, you didn't actually make anything good? I was really hoping we would get some better equipment. Okay, how much would armor cost me at this point? I really, really want armor. 3,000 per character, that's only 9,000. Yeah, we're doing it. It doesn't look like a big jump in damage reduction, but I'm going to need it. Yeah, I'm going to absolutely need it. So... Like, I'm gonna need to be able to start taking damage a bit better, so... Oh, no! I just wasted 3,000 yen. No, it's fine, it's fine. I'm okay about it. I'm normal. I'm sneezing about how normal I am. Oh god, the spaghetti. Whatever, I'll just sell it back. I'll just eat that, like, whatever difference it is. Fucking 2,400? Fuck this. I have no one to blame but myself, so... Whatever. Okay, Chie, you already have a good weapon, right? God fucking damn it, Chie. Yeah, you want that. Okay, yes. Okay, and then Yosuke, we already have Hunting Nut on you. Okay. Cool. I have less money than I would have liked to have by this point, which is honestly a problem, but whatever. Do I have nothing else I can sell besides, like, Snuff Souls? Yeah, Snuff Soul, I don't want to sell that. Okay, you know what, whatever, let's move on. Okay, I want to buy something else from the store real quickly. I guess we're not going to be doing any social links, because by the time I'm done with this, I'm going to be studying, and then I'll probably just be done, so... Get out of the way! Out of the way! Okay, Shiroku store. So there's one specific item I would like to buy here. Actually, I just realized, don't you have rainy day discounts? I think you do. So I actually don't want to buy anything from you right now. Whatever. Go home! I want to buy a go home. Because that is going to be extremely fucking vital. For just not fucking up. I don't know. Value medicine will also be really nice. But for now, we're not going to worry about it. Alright. So... vending machine. It's a beverage vending machine. I don't think that these recover... Do these recover? You know what? I'll have to look it up off screen. I don't think that they recover SP. Like, I know Persona 5 had ones that recovered SP, but I don't think these ones do. So, whatever. Let's go back to the school. There's one more thing I want to check before we study. And it is not the most important thing in the world, but... I wanna see if I can buy something. Because I don't remember if this game has a school store or not. Like how 3 and 5 do. Okay, well, I might have to look around a bit. Because I don't remember where it would be if it does exist. Hi, kid with the overweight model. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't remember where the classroom store would be if such a thing is real and exists. Excuse me, camera. Excuse the fuck out of me. Whatever. Okay, is there a store to buy things from? I can just look this up off screen too, but it's more fun to waste your time. You, the viewer. Like, I'm not seeing it. It would probably be, like, right in the entrance if it existed. Hello? Yeah, whatever. I should be talking to these NPCs because they have dialogue, but I just don't give a fuck. Well, let's go back to the entrance. Classroom building 1F. I'll just show my hand. I want to see if they have a store that sells really, like, minor healing items that you can buy a shitload of at once. Because then that way, I could buy, like, a shitload of minor healing and make healing more convenient, let's say. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. That's a shame. That is, quite a shame. Well, whatever, fuck it. Let's go to the library. Again, I could just look this up off screen. It's not the end of the world either way. It's just close is all. Okay, library's over here, right? Hey, I remember. You can study here efficiently. Help. There are many facilities in the town or your school that you can utilize to raise your attributes. When these attributes reach sufficient levels, you may meet new people or become able to accept new challenges. Hooray. Spend time at the library? Of course. You decide to study at the library. Well, on the bright side, tomorrow in-game, we're definitely going to be starting a new social link besides... Like, more than just like, oh, Chie wants to be your friend now. Like, we're actually going to be meeting new characters. So we can look forward to that next segment. Anyways, Yasogami High Library. You were able to solve a difficult problem. Your knowledge has increased. Hooray. I feel like that day is like kind of like intended for you to go into the TV. Honestly, it wouldn't have been the worst idea in the world, but there's really no reason to do it right now when I can, like I said, we're going to have so many more opportunities to get social link breakups that'll help. Because getting Yosuke up a higher rank too is also going to give us more abilities from him, so, or at least like he'll be able to do more for us, so there's really no reason to rush it. So anyways, I'm going to start officially cycling my saves now, like I did in Persona 3. It's going to be a lot less necessary in this game, I think, but it's still going to be something I want to do, just in case. Because, yeah, in theory, I could go back and I can redo all of that and give myself, like, 2,400 more yen. Which, not going to lie, is a little bit more on the tempting side. I might have just talked myself into it. Yeah, I'll probably do it. It'll take me like 10 minutes because I'll have to skip through all those cutscenes, but whatever. Actually, probably not that long. Whatever. The point is, next time I might have more yen, and we'll celebrate that when it happens. So, either way, I will see you guys next time. Bye.